Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome to Arena Lacrosse League action here at Children's Lacrosse Arena. I'm Stephen Stamp, pleased to be bringing you this battle between the Oshawa Outlaws, wearing their white with the blue and red trim, going left to right, and the Peterborough Timbermen, wearing their blue with the orange and white trim. Obviously going right to left, and Zach Thompson has the ball for the first possession, and he is checked hard. I think it was Gage Board knocking that one loose. They throw it ahead, and Luke Laskowitz, the league leader and record setter in goal scoring. That one's just off the leg of Trey Adams, a new addition to Peterborough between the pipes from the Akwesasne area. So he has come down, making his debut at the other end, making his debut for the Oshawa Outlaws in net. Right there is Troy Holochuk making his first save. He was picked up in a trade for Zach Tompkinson from the Outlaws, the very exhilarating D-Tranny player, but they were looking for some goaltending. They got Holochuk, who's on the practice squad with the Toronto Rock, hence those blue pants. Has not played this year, I don't believe, but he came over from Paris. And here's Joel Matthews with a shot to the far side, foot saved by Holochuk. Thompson gets it down to Shane Francis, who can't corral it, and it'll be grabbed by Holochuk. Leaves it there for Ryan Nolan. Looked at Taylor Moran, decided to go near side to Josh Taguri. Aaron Woods is up on him. That's an 8-second count. So it took him a while, and Taguri bobbled. Woods starts to go to the net. Taguri right on him. A little whack there. Woods will turn aside and slow things down for Peterborough. Mitchell Jeffroy, hands it off there. That is Scott Arsenault from Peterborough. Has come up to join the team. Woods rips one. That's wide. It's under the backside of the net, but it gets loose. Arsenault fighting for it, but Holochuk's the first one there. Here's Niall Sear. Bragg checking on him. Leaves it for Josh Gilray, who'll retreat, flirt with center floor, but stays on his side. Feed through, they got it. In low, and he tracks it down. I believe that was... Okay, yeah, that was Alex Simons trying to get that ball. He did eventually get it, but then the pass went back over center, and Peterborough gets possession once again. We're scoreless. 2 minutes into this Arena Lacrosse League action. Zach Thompson up at the top. Matthews goes back to the far side. Jeffroy toe drag, gets a shot off. Was it off Holochuk? No, it missed the net. So it goes out of play, and that will be Oshawa possession. Holochuk's still looking for the ball behind the net. It's actually bounced out to center floor, where Connor Laird will just leave it for Gage Board, and the alternate captain will toss it up to John St. John, who is leapfrogging with Brian Neufeld for the Arena Lacrosse League scoring record. Neufeld taking aim at 100 points, will be the first one to ever get that. There's a shot on the far side by Parker Sands. Another save by Holochuk, who's been sharp, and McCrory on the run. That's Patrick. Hands it off to St. John. Tries to hit the trailing Ryan McCrory, but he couldn't catch the pass. Now to 2-on-1 for Peterborough. Chapman is going to make the pass to Francis, but a nice job by Gilray to get in his way. They're saying I think they're saying handball, and it'll be turned over. Chapman was just trying to draw the defender. Obvious situation to pass it over to Francis, and then just couldn't get it through. Matthews' swim move goes to the net, turn back. McCrory goes and grabs that ball. Gets popped loose, but he tracks it down, and the alternate captain on the run with Arsenault watching him. That's a colorful assortment with the shoes and the stick head. Jeff McNulty back to St. John. He's watched by Jeff Geddes. Big pick from McNulty, and he rolls to the middle. They cut to him. Oh, off the crossbar. Nice little play. Simons made the pass and then makes a big hit on Kyle McFadden. But McFadden gets it hit. Brett Coons, sniper! That is 2 for Coons. He scored a beauty last week on the run. He's got another. Coons and McCrory at the dot. Coons leans hard. McCrory swats it away. He's going to go straight over to Oshawa. Laskowitz got it. Made the pass through. Didn't connect, but Board is there to back it up. I was joking with, they're announcing the goal by Brett Coons. I was joking with him last week after he scored that he was in a race with Stephen Borton, who scored his first Arena Lacrosse League goal in his 3 or 4 years. And now he's taken it a bit seriously and gone ahead. Nice job by Laskowitz, putting the pressure on. but can't quite recover the ball. Joe Wasson gets it through to Matthews. Is going to stay for offense. Matthews tracked into the corner. Fights through the double team. Somebody's got to get open. They've got guys tying up, and he beat them. There's some pressure from Josh Thompson. It's going to be a loose ball push. Rob Klofer getting a little overexcited, going after that loose ball. Shoved Joel Wasson from behind. This is Zach Thompson. Jeff Roy over to Woods. Just a lightning bug of a player with a really nice shot, but that pass doesn't get through. Sear lost his stick, but plays a little soccer with it. Goes out to Woods, got it to Wasson. Peterborough with 8 to shoot. That one's wide. It's going to come out. Can they keep it from going over and back? Not quite. Good effort by Woods, but shot clock was about to expire anyway. Oshawa will get the ball. St. John takes it in the corner. Watch there, McFadden. The ball's loose. Grabbed by Board. He's going to get a pick from McNulty. A little slip as he was running around high. McWaters will let one rip. He scores. Jeremy McWaters shoots over top of the defender. Finds a hole, and it's 1-1 with 10:09 to play in the first. McCrory pulls it out, but the first guy there is Thompson. Can't quite handle it. Taguri lost it. Connor Laird comes away with the ball. Gets over center, but it gets stripped from him. Then Coons can't quite catch it. A little hot potato going on right now. Geddes has it. Gets knocked out by Laird. Comes up with it again. Passes over to Coons. He's going to get it up the floor, and that's going to work out. Oh, no, it's not. Just about picked up by Thompson. Now it'll be Taguri racing in and grabbing it. I think Peterborough was saying he played it with his hand. Got in tight. I think he was okay. Refs were right there. Laskowitz tries to feed it through to Board, but Thompson was right on top of him. Gilray tracks it down. They've got 12 left to shoot. Gilray still battling along the boards. They're down to 2 on the shot clock. Get it to Simons, who gets it off in time. That will be a reset. So Parker Sands is going to have to contain that ball, and he gets it with Gilray all over him. Dodges past the referee, throws a pass to Thompson. They've got a couple of seconds to get over. He makes it. Just Matthews to Joe Wasson. Pass through to Woods, handcuffed him. It's right in by his knee. Now Matthews can't pick it up. They need to change the ball. That one's just too hard to hold on to. Oh, big hit on the double team, and then Matthews drags Carson Stevenson down by his stick. The ball goes loose, the 30 expires. Oshawa gets it. Here's Klofer. St. John pick for McNulty. Backdoor cut by Gage Board. Nothing there. She was picked up nicely by Todd Chapman. Oh, and here's a drive to the net. Laskowitz beats his man. Gets into wide open space and bounces one far side. And you can't give Luke Laskowitz that kind of space. He's too deadly. .8:16 to go as we get underway again. And Taguri, as he so often does, gets in for the Lucy. Just missed the net on that shot. Boy, Taguri is so quick. Gilray tries to feed it through to McWaters. It turned into a shot, or to Laskowitz. Adams was alert. Oh, it's knocked down by Laskowitz. He has knocked a couple of passes from Adams down. Oh, and a big swing by Laskowitz. Probably got away with one there, the one-hand chop. And it's going to be an 8-second count, though, with the pressure from Laskowitz. What a great effort. You think of Laskowitz as a scorer because he is a great shooter, but there's the kind of effort that he will put in on the forecheck as well. Parker Sands knocks the ball and the stick loose, and it's going to be grabbed. No, it's not. McFadden. See, it's the same ball. They can't hold on to it. Geddes will get it. He's got 4 seconds to get over center. St. John will apply a little pressure, and Geddes is just going to roll it down the length of the floor. Nolan sprints into the offensive zone and stays. St. John looking at Laskowitz. Justin Bragg watching him pretty well. Oh, there's a chance for McNulty just opening a lane with a quick drive. Missed on the far side, though. Laskowitz goes and picks it up. You got to figure Laskowitz is one of the guys NLL teams have their eye on if they need somebody to shoot. Handful of players just signed, actually, by NLL teams. Get to that in a minute. We'll get to it right now as we have a shot clock violation. Cam Milligan and Liam Osborne, both with the Whitby Steelhawks, both signed by the Rochester Nighthawks. So congratulations to them. I just heard that Milligan will be in on the active roster tonight as Rochester plays in San Diego. We're going to take a break. It's midday timeout, 6:37 to go, 2-1 Oshawa. Wood starts with the ball for Peterborough as they go 6-on-5, a sneaky 6-on-5. Thompson heading back to the bench to get the goalie out. But he's trying to switch things up. It almost leads to an opening for Woods. Backdoor attempt for Joe Wasson. Nice save, Holochuk, who's been sharp. Woods fighting for that loose ball. Talking about guys who might get a shot at some point. Woods, not a guy you necessarily think of. He's not the biggest guy, but man, can he shoot. And you can see right there, he's not afraid to get in and go after the loose balls, get in the dirty areas. There's Joel Matthews, who was in the league and determined to get back there. Francis thought he dropped it, but he actually had the ball. Rips one hard shot. Holochuk stops it. Borg runs down into the corner, pushing the ball deep. St. John's at the top. He'll take the pass, and they slow things down and set it up. St. John in the give and go. Nice goal. Hands it off to Borg, cuts inside, gets the man on his hip, protects the stick on the pass coming in, and gets the shot off. Bit of a theme as we're looking at players who have to be under consideration by NLL teams. John St. John, who's led the league, the ALL, in scoring last year, and is right up there again this year. But he will also play whatever role you need him to. He has no problem being a third or fourth lefty. So he was in Colorado last year. He is still wearing the Mammoth helmet. Didn't get into a game on the active roster. Well, he was active. He didn't get to dress. Nice job by Coons. Gets it ahead to McFadden. Finds Arsenault off the bench. Kind of spun him around. Arsenault couldn't catch it. Mark DeBrone couldn't get the ball either. Still playing with that slippery ball. Nolan passes ahead to Board. Chapman keeping an eye on him and seeing St. John. Now he picks up St. John. There's the pick. Coons and Chapman paying careful attention. St. John gets the shot off though and scores. Not careful enough as St. John just runs across the top, creates his own shot, and rips one home. Peterborough's going to take a timeout as they've gone down 4-1 with 4:56 to play. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with it. Gage Board swoops in for the loose ball off the faceoff, but it's knocked away from him, and Brett Coons, his opposite 21, gets it, gives it to Joel Matthews. Immediate defense by Josh Taguri way up over the restraining line. Little pick from Woods. Matthews fakes the shovel, now does shovel pass it, and Taguri's on him. He's having himself quite a game. Oh, what a sidearm rip. Aaron Woods uses the defender as a screen, finds a spot just inside the far post. Coons, quick clamp, pops it out, but I think Taguri is going to be the first guy there. Oh, Matthews, though, fighting hard for the loose ball. Taguri comes away with it, switches hands, lobs it ahead. Laird had a little trouble, but did track that ball down. Coons right up on him. Good recovery by Coons to keep Laird to the outside. He'll hand it off to Alex Simons. Laird stays for the offensive set. Laskowitz in the corner. Tries to shovel it ahead to Simons off his back foot. Low lever pass, but didn't connect. McFadden ahead to Lyman Beatty. Couldn't quite catch that one as he banged in to Ryan Nolan. Here comes Jake Strocher. Trying to force one through to McWaters. That was not going anywhere. Geddes off to his, just about to switch to his proper side. Decided to try and catch Holochuk off guard with a quick shot. Almost worked. But Oshawa retains their 4-2 lead. St. John, who'd run back on D, back up on the offense. This is a long shift for St. John. He gets the ball. They're isolating him. They've got 4 righties out. Gets knocked loose by Sands, but he gets it back. Shovels to McWaters. Gilray up high, has a lane and scores. You could see that one coming as Gilray was left with a lot of space and finds the far bottom corner to make it 5-2 Oshawa. McCrory pulls it out, gets after it himself. He's got Board with him. They're 3-on-4 right now, so Board's going to slow it down until the rest of the O gets out. Gilray and St. John. And McNulty, as McCrory had hung around to make sure they weren't too outnumbered. Gilray spinning away from a check. Tries to feed it through, doesn't get there. Knocked down by Bragg. Leaves it, and it's taking off as Zach Thompson. It's a 3-on-2, now 3-on-3, 3-on-4 as Oshawa hustling their guys to the bench to get the defenders out. Woods takes it. Over to Arsenault. Low pass, caught by Jeffroy. Woods. Watched by St. John, back for a defensive shift. Getting on the hands. The pick, and they fight through. Wasson's there. Jeffroy's hard outside shot is wide. It's going to go over and back. Trey Adams will go and play it in the corner. Missed it. And it rolls almost. Yeah, it does roll right up to the restraining line. St. John will pick it up. Away we go. Under 2.5 in the first quarter. 5-2 Oshawa ahead. Simons runs off the check. It's a shot, but that's soaked out front. Parker Sands under some pressure, lost his balance. Did manage to get it to Francis. Penalty coming on the back check. I think it's Gilray. Might be Board. They were both there. Both took a bit of a whack at him. Adams is to the bench, so Peterborough gets 6 attackers out, and they've got 15 seconds to work with. And Jeffroy's going to use about one of them to let a shot rip. It goes wide. Now Sir picks it up. Penalty coming. So it was Gilray taking the penalty. Puts Peterborough to the power play. They go strong right with Matthews, Woods, and Wasson on the right side. Jeffroy, and I think that's Thompson. Yep, over on the far side. Woods with the rip. That one's wide. That's going to be over and back. Taguri and Nolan, both at the top of the Oshawa penalty kill, both took off, but they weren't going to be able to get there before the over and back was put into effect. Nolan does stay out. Was going to start possession, and he is staying out for an offensive shift. It's a penalty kill, so now he's going to go. St. John double team, tries to swim through, goes to the turf and hangs on to the ball. He's back. Oh, now penalty coming to Peterborough. That power play was short-lived. So a slashing call coming to Lyman beating. Joe Sullivan, the Peterborough coach, a little upset because he felt like John St. John had the ball trapped against his chest with holding when he was taken to the turf, which would explain why he was able to hang on to it. 128 of 4-on-4 action. That pass gets away from McNulty, and Oshawa immediately does not turn it over because it got past Adams, and it turns into a great scoring chance for Simons. Peterborough gets it. Francis will have to run onto the ball. Grabs it. He's got a trailer and goes behind the back. Had Jeffroy with him. DeBrone will get it. Oshawa now into the final minute of the first quarter. Very back and forth action. A little scattered, but now Oshawa will slow things down. DeBrone hands it off. Laskowitz waiting for the fourth forward to get out. Gets underneath. Bragg comes to slide. Oh, my goodness. Luke Laskowitz. Just a silky underhand shot. 37 seconds to go in the first quarter as the faceoff occurs. Board takes the pass from Taguri, who once again came up with the loose ball. 6-2 Oshawa. We remain 4-on-4 for the rest of the period. Yeah, there's a 4-second difference between game clock and shot clock. So Oshawa can't really wait for the last shot. Board will try one. Now they can, actually, if they want to pull the goalie. Yeah, Holochuk's going to the bench. They've got 11.4, 5 attackers, and they're going to take their time out. You get one per half. Oshawa will use this one to try and extend their lead. We'll be back with more Arena Lacrosse League action in just a moment. Matthews, Coons, Bragg, and Sands out there for Peterborough to defend against St. John and McNulty on the left. That's Laskowitz. Simons and McWaters are with him on the right. They've got 4 seconds. Oh, Simons was right in front, wide open. but he couldn't get the ball. It fell out of his stick as he tried to get the shot off. Matthews had to go at the other end. Didn't work out. We'll come back for the second quarter with Oshawa up 6-2. 10 more seconds of 4-on-4. Back underway. Engaged board. Swoops in for that loose ball to Gurry. Didn't get the loose ball, so he cuts to the net looking for a pass. Lane wasn't really there. Oshawa is going to wait. And now they'll go to the power play for 30 seconds. Up 6-2. They're going to try and extend that lead. Laskowitz at the top takes it from St. John, moves it quickly to Simons. That's Gilray down low. McWaters was on the 4-on-4 and the extra man because Gilray was in the penalty box. He's back out now. 11 seconds left. Oshawa's got the ball back in a fresh 30. They're going to go for a chance here. They're certainly looking like they're planning to. They go back door and they score. 3 seconds left on the power play as McNulty one-times the quick stick on the back door. 7-2, Oshawa pulls ahead. Coons pulls it out. Can't sweep it up himself. So it's grabbed by Gage Board, who's rivaling Josh Chiguri for the loose ball lead. St. John ducks underneath. Lane to the net, scores. Hat trick. John St. John. What a first 16 minutes he's having. .56 seconds into the second quarter. It's 8-2. Chiguri zips in, but Coons picks up, then Board checks him. Wasson tried to get it, but it's going to be Laird that comes away with the ball and moves it quickly. McWaters looking deep. Oh, got it through to Board, but Board lost the ball as he was turning to shoot. Pass ahead to Sands. That was a bit of a force. McWaters hustles back and picks off that pass. Oh, McNulty right on the crease. A little too much on the crease. His toes were on the line. Peterborough takes possession. Here comes Jeff Geddes. Geddes spins off the check, hands it to Arsenault, and heads for the bench. Arsenault driving his way to the net. Runs into some traffic, just leaves it there for Jeffroy, but couldn't get it through. It was touched, so it won't be an over and back, but there's only 5 seconds left on the shot clock. They get a chance, though. Thompson's going to rip one, and if Jeffroy can get to that, it'll be a Peterborough possession. He can't, though. Carson Stevenson, good positioning, hangs on to the ball, lobs it ahead to Clofer. Beatty pressures him, but Clofer makes the pass ahead. Gilray. Watched closely by Shane Francis. Oh, almost picked off by Chapman. Comes out to Simons, though. Backdoor pass is knocked down by Matthews. 4-on-3 for Peterborough. He just puts his shoulder down. Continues to run. Drives to the net. Shoots just. Oh, it's off the arm of Holochuk. Matthews wound up getting knocked to the turf. He climbs back up as Oshawa makes its way up the floor. Gilray has it. 3-on-2. Passes down low to Laskowitz. What a save by Trey Adams on the most dangerous sniper in the Arena Lacrosse League. That's going to be a penalty to Lyman Beatty. And it probably helps his cause that Ryan Nolan popped right back up. Again, strong right with Laskowitz at the top. Will try to extend their 8-2 lead. We get underway with 12-12 to go in the second quarter. Geddes and Sands at the top of the penalty kill. Coons and Bragg down low. McNulty to Gilray. He runs into pressure, but avoids it and gets to McNulty. Back to Gilray. Steps out, shoots, saved by Adams. Tracked down by John St. John. Oh, it didn't get off of Adams. So they had to push to get a shot before the 30. They got one, and now they get a reset. Simons up top. Laskowitz. Nice save again by Adams. It's going to come out to St. John. Still lots of time on the power play, 1:18. Gilray's cutting. St. John was too, and Simons is behind them. That's off of the goaltender, so it's no over and back. But Sands is going to be the first guy there anyway. He's got Geddes with him. Steps out, shoots, saved by Holochuk. To Brown. Fairly casual approach, but spun off nicely to come up with that loose ball and get it to hit St. John. Behind the back to McNulty, just eludes him. Adams. Again, the pass is knocked down by Laskowitz. That's 3 in this half. Laskowitz is staying up the floor. Oh, and this is going to be trouble for Peterborough as Laskowitz is all alone. Oh, but Holochuk loses control of the ball. Klofer can't catch it, and Joe Wasson will get the ball back for the Timbermen. And they throw it back the other way. I would imagine both coaches will talk to their players about ball security at the half. Woods adjusting his gear, taking the check from Ryan McCrory. Sees a lane, starts to drive to the net. He's 1-on-4. 11 on the shot clock. He gets one, but he stepped on the crease. Shoves the net out of the way to avoid ramming into it. And here comes Oshawa. We're back to even strength, 10-10 to go in the half. Right on the crease. Pass from Klofer to McNulty, who buries it, and it's 9-2. Coons pulls it out. Geddes after it. Board on him. Board does a nice job not ramming his man into the boards. It's still loose along the floor. Board comes away with it. And Simon's setting things up. 20 on the shot clock for Oshawa. Simon's going to the net. McWaters is open behind him. Simon's tried to make a pass, but he was toppling to the turf as he did. And I think there's a loose ball foul called on Peterborough. So Oshawa will start with it in the corner. St. John with the ball. He's the hot hand, but he's going to dish off for now. Here's Simons. Laskowitz. It's a pick from McWaters. Dropped the ball, but gets it back. Goes to the net. Nice save again by Adams. Matthews, outlet to Bragg. He's 1-on-2. Yeah, he's going to pull up. There's no help coming. Now the rest of the Peterborough players get out off the bench. Bragg stays and goes to set a pick. Aaron Woods pulls it down, gets under to Brone, shoots. Oh, nice save, Holochuk. Straight back out to Peterborough, though. Joe Wasson's hard shot stopped by Holochuk. Brone just runs through Woods, who kind of tosses him down with a wrap around his helmet. Wasson and Sear are going to go for some pushing and shoving. I'm not 100% sure why Wasson's getting one, too. Simon's up to McWaters. Here's Gilray. The rare offensive shift for Oshawa without Luke Laskowitz. St. John, what an attempt. Reached out with one hand. His left arm was being held by a defender, so he caught the ball with his right hand on the stick and tried to just drop it in. Saved by Adams, but they will go to the power play part. Gilray will start at the top for, Simon, at the top for Oshawa. Over to Laskowitz. Gilray is the man down low. This is St. John, and McNulty's out there. Francis, a big chop on Simons. No penalty. He's going to rip one. Save. Comes straight out to Gilray. Backdoor. Oh, nice attempt by McNulty. Now he's going to lose the ball. Coons will fight him for it. McFadden's in to help out, but Gilray sweeps in and grabs it. They slow it down with 15 left on the shot clock. Backdoor. Laskowitz stopped by Adams. He's kind of had Laskowitz's number lately. Bragg. McWaters would come back to take away the transition. Then Vertoli overruns Bragg. Gives him a lane to the net. But McWaters, good thing he stuck around. He's about to head off for the change. And wisely stuck around. Now Bragg, reverse whip attempt. Pretty good scoring chance. Holochuk stops it. McCrory has St. John off the bench. Off the post. McFadden was first there. Heard McWaters Chapman may have heard McWaters coming, but the ball just skipped past his stick. Klofer will ahead to St. John. 40 left on the power play. 20 now on the shot clock for Oshawa. McFadden and Chapman up top. Pass down low. Gilray shoots it. It's in the gear of Trey Adams. Long outlet pass is going to get picked off. Oh, just tipped. Chapman comes in. May have had his stick checked by Marat as he was shooting, but Laird got his stick on it. Chapman, great job to catch the ball after it was tipped. Excellent hand-eye coordination, but couldn't get the shot where he wanted it. St. John. St. John, a little behind the back fake. Now he throws the pass. McNulty wasn't ready for it, and Lyman Beatty trying to come away with the ball. Oh, it's still loose. McNulty's got it. 7 to shoot. They've got a bit of time. Gilray to McNulty. Simons is up top. They get it to him. Nice job on the trail check there by Sands to take away the chance. And we will go to our media timeout for the second quarter. It is 9-2 in favor of the Oshawa Outlaws. 6:28 to go. Peterborough with possession. They trail 9-2. And Jeffroy cross center, watched by Nolan. Matthews, who's been playing at both ends today. Love to get a scoring touch rolling again. That's 7 before he went off to rehab. And well documented. You can go check out box beat. Oh, Aaron Woods scores! Nice pass from Wasson. A little 3-man game over on the righty side for Peterborough. Results in a beautiful little touch shot by Aaron Woods. Coons and McCrory. McCrory gets it. Hands it off to Simons. He got a little handcuffed by it. Tracks it down. It's knocked loose by Matthews, but McCrory takes a big swat, and Matthews turns himself a loose ball into a turnover. Puts his shoulder down into Thompson and looks for a teammate, gets it to Woods. And Woods just lost control. The over and back. A little confusion amongst the Timbermen. And Niall Sear does his best Luke Laskowitz impression with the low sweep shot that finds a hole. And Oshawa has responded. 5:42 to play as we get rolling again. Oh, my mistake, I think. It's actually 10-3. They got the goal up right away. I didn't realize they'd already put it up. Zach Thompson fighting to avoid the over and back. Doesn't matter as he just throws it away anyway. Wasn't in a great position there off that draw. Oshawa's got the ball. 5:15 to play. Laskowitz over to St. John. Gets underneath Wasson for a moment. Gives to McNulty. Here's Laskowitz with the sidearm, the low sweep shot. Francis on the run. Chapman with the bouncer finds Arsenault. We'll go and set a pick for him. That one's picked off cleanly by DeBrone, off on a breakaway. It's just him and Trey Adams, the big arm save by Adams. Well, and then DeBrone swats Woods in the head. Woods went to check him. DeBrone takes a swinging punch at the back of Woods' head, and there's no call. Now there's a penalty coming to Peterborough. It's going to be Parker Sands getting the call. I believe he was going after DeBrone. Coons a little early on the clamp, and it's going to be Oshawa possession with 35 seconds left on their regular 5-on-4 power play. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Oshawa up 11-3. Laskowitz. Shovel to St. John. Very wide square for the Peterborough defense on the penalty kill here. Got Coons, Bragg, Matthews, and Francis. McNulty through the crease. Basically passed the ball back into the crease. That'll do it for the Oshawa power play. And Aaron Woods comes out and chops Clofer because I think Aaron Woods is just annoyed. And then he's grabbed by Connor Laird. There's a lot going on in the middle of the floor. Francis leaves it there. Hard pass over to Matthews, rips it. Saved by Holochuk. He looked behind him. It was there. But goalie's best friend is his defender, picking up that ball. Ryan Nolan in this case. Nolan on the run. Oh. Luke Laskowitz, what a sniper. A little overhand, but changes the angle just enough to get Trey Adams fooled and finds a little space 5 hole. Violation Stevenson. It was interesting hearing Steve McCarthy. Well, we're going to watch the play here for a second. I'll get back to that face-off and what he was talking about. No, Peterborough's going to take the time. So you hear McCarthy telling Taylor Murrah to cover the Peterborough player in the offensive zone and said, and Josh will go and get the ball. He probably would have if it hadn't been a violation. Arsenault tries to feed Parker Sands on a little two-man game. Pretty nicely played. It was just a couple inches too far for Sands to catch. Joe Wasson, they're saying, went through the crease. And Peterborough will give up the ball as he was fighting for the loose ball. Board takes it. Just over a minute and a half to go in the half. Simons, watched by Geddes. Rips one right in the chest plate of Adams. Here comes Peterborough the other way. Geddes on the run. As Woods coming off the bench, he'll pop up to the top. They go to Jeff Roy. He's knocked down. A penalty coming. That'll be an illegal cross-check to Ryan Nolan. There have been several penalties on Peterborough in a row. Now there's one on Oshawa. 1:06 to play in the half. 12-3 the Outlaws lead. Peterborough will try to close the gap a little bit with Matthews starting with the ball as Peterborough goes strong right. Woods and Wasson the other righties. That's Jeff Roy down to Thompson. Taguri and Board at the top of the penalty kill. Laird and McCrory at the bottom. Woods sidearm. Nice shot, but Holochuk again is sharp. I don't think there's much question. Oshawa has been the better team in this half, but boy, except for Troy Holochuk, this would be a much closer game. 44 in the period. Matthews changes his mind, goes far side to Jeff Roy, shoots at the far corner, just wide. Can Woods get there? He does, but he managed to keep it from going over and back, which may not have been a good thing because it's a 2-on-1. Great hustle by Zach Thompson, though, to get back on the back check and take away the scoring chance. Oshawa on the penalty kill. They'll probably be pretty happy to let the last 18 seconds of this period tick away. Maybe try one late. Taguri has Board with them. They're both on their offside. And the righties are over on the far side. Interesting little inversion. Oh, no, St. John is out there, so it's three lefties. McWaters, the only righty, is just kind of drifting around up high as the period ends. And we will go to the intermission with a score. Oshawa 12, Peterborough 3. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Arena Lacrosse League action from Children's Arena. See you in a minute. Back underway. It is 12-3 for Oshawa over Peterborough. The Timbermen, though, have the ball off the opening faceoff of the second half and 44 seconds left on a power play to work with. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Arena Lacrosse League action. Joel Matthews at the top of the power play for the Timbermen. Woods gets it back from Wasson. Up to Matthews. Jeff Roy over the top. Oh, it squeaked through Holochuk, but went through the crease. And then Joe Wasson stepped in the crease going after it. And Oshawa is going to be able to kill the rest of this if Gage Board can escape, which he does. Great job spinning out. Woods putting some pressure on. Hands it off to St. John. We are on the brink of some history here. When Luke Laskowicz returns to the floor, he's actually not out at this moment, but he has 49 goals. Came in with 46 today. He's got 3 so far. He's on the floor, and he will, at some point, I would imagine, become the first Arena Lacrosse League player to score 50 goals. Not on this possession, though, as Garay's pass gets past St. John. Chapman is all alone, and he knows he's got to run into the corner. Boy, that's tempting to think he can just pick it up and get a shot as play resumes. Wasson back to Matthews. We're back to even strength. Stevenson. Oh, what a rip! Aaron Woods takes the pass from Matthews and an absolute rocket sidearm into the far top corner. You heard the ping off the post. Coons with the clamp, pulls it back. Straight over to Parker Sands, who's going for a bit of a run. Runs into Joel Matthews, loses the ball. Forecheck pressure as McCrory gets it back behind the back pass to Laird. And here's a 3-on-3 now, 3-on-4. Laird driving to the net, puts his shoulder down, takes a shot, missed everything. It gets out of play, so it'll be Timberman possession. That might be one that, in most circumstances, Connor Laird might want to pull out, given the numbers, the score. Wasn't a terrible chance. Here's Joe Wasson, far side. That one skips away, gets into the Oshawa bench, away from Jeff Roy. And here come the Outlaws with another chance. Laskowicz is on the far side, trucking down as McCrory will pick up this ball. Laskowicz down by the crease on the goal line extended. We're going to keep an eye on him as he is on 50-goal watch. St. John trying to shuffle underneath. Back up to McNulty. This is McWaters to Simons, down to Laskowicz. Feeds it through. McWaters was tied up by Bragg. St. John gets a shot off just as the shot clock was about to expire. It's off the shoulder of Adams. Sorry, off the shoulders of Troy Benedict, who's come in for the second half. St. John has it back, runs to the middle. McWaters misses by a mile, comes out to Board off the boards. 12 on the shot clock. Board just kind of runs into space, nobody checking him. And he'll just bounce one past Benedict. (13-4). Oshawa's pulled ahead with 12:20 to go in the third quarter. And they've got the ball back. McCrory pushes it partially deep, comes back out. Takes a couple of chops from Chapman. St. John. Beatty covering him. Backdoor pass to McNulty, who goes to Laskowicz, who scores. There it is, number 50 for Luke Laskowicz. Barely touched his stick, and it's in the back of the net. Stevenson pulls it back to Curry there. Little swim move over Matt Chamois, the referee, and hands it off to Gage Board. Very nice move there by Taguri. St. John has it. Sands on him, a little pick from Board. There's the roll, but Coons is right with him. Oh, but the cutting Gilray goes twister, 5-hole, 14-4 with 11:33 to play. Peterborough comes away with the ball. Zach Thompson will head into the offensive zone. 15-4 with 11.5 to play in the third. Oshawa leads. Sidearm rip by Matthews is wide. That's going to be an over. No, it's a touch, so it won't be over and back. But Laird's the first one there anyway. He's got Board with him. Laskowicz slipping in towards the back door. They cut it to him, but he did make the catch. It may have been tipped by Zach Thompson, but Laskowicz still made the catch, but it was down around his waist by then. McNulty. Big swinging whap by Matthews on Board. A hard sidearm underhand shot, whatever, by St. John. Matthews has it. He's got Woods with him. McFadden. There's Scott Arsenault. Goes to Woods on the crease. Perfect decision. Perfect finish. Aaron Woods. 10:37 to play, and it's 15-5 Oshawa. They get the ball. Josh Thompson splits the double team. There's Gilray with it. Whoa. Somehow that pass was completed. McNulty went through the crease. He can't pick it up. It's going to be grabbed by Jeff Roy. Got away from him. Ball still loose. Now St. John has it. Fresh 30 for the Outlaws. Waiting for their fifth attacker to come out. It's Laskowitz. Simons just rips one, and Benedict kind of off balance, stumbling a bit to his right, and the ball goes in 5-hole. Matthews just getting into the box. He's having a little trouble working the door, reaching over. He's in, though. Still having a chat with the officials as Oshawa goes to the power play. Strong right with Laskowitz at the top. Francis and Thompson at the top, or Sands at the top for Peterborough. Geddes and Bragg down low. Backdoor attempt. Is it in? No. Benedict with the save on John St. John. Backdoor attempt. Heck of an effort, and the fans like that one. The stop by Benedict. Holochuk started to go after that ball, saw nobody was coming after it, and lets McCrory pick it up. Minute and a half on the power play for Oshawa. They lead 16-5, 9:15 to go in the third. Oshawa taking their time on the power play. Simons up to Laskowitz. Back pedals away from Chapman. St. John fights off a check. Tries to get through to McNulty, who can't catch it. Gilray grabs it. Laskowitz. 3 to shoot. Simons rips it. Saved by Benedict. Goes straight out to Gilray. McNulty's behind the net. Simons, toe drag. Bouncer stop. Benedict pounces on his rebound. Short outlet to Francis. He's on the run. He's got Jeff Roy ahead, but that's taken away by Laskowitz. And now here come the defensive troops for Oshawa. We'll see if Laskowitz stays out. Well, so far he is. Getting into it a little bit with Jeff Roy. As a forward, you don't get a lot of chances to cross-check guys. I think Laskowitz probably enjoying being on the giving end instead of the receiving for a bit. Ball's popped loose. Oh, just too far for Murat, where he could have sprung Laskowitz. And now that's a penalty coming to Niall Sear as he rammed Woods into the boards from behind. So Niall Sear off for 2 minutes or less. That makes it a 4-on-4, but Benedict has gone to the bench for the extra attacker. It's Shane Francis. Oh, and that could be trouble. Oshawa's got it. It's a 3-on-3 with no goalie. And Rob Plofer is going to enjoy one of the easier goals he's ever had, as Benedict was just making his way from the bench into the net. Coons pulls it out. Jeff Roy was the first one there. Taguri and Laird digging. Parker Sands reaching in. DeBrone eventually comes up with it. Jeff Roy on him. Matthews thought he was going to take a bit of a swat at him there. Don't know that Peterborough's forgotten the hit from earlier. Yeah, that was Brett Coons giving DeBrone, coming way up over the restraining line to get a shot at DeBrone. They're very much remembering the shot to the back of the head against Woods earlier in the game. Here's Gilray. Sands goes after him. Hand off to Laskowitz. A minute left on the Peterborough power play, and Laskowitz will roll it to the corner. The 30's going to expire. Matthews to Jeff Roy. That's Thompson. As Peterborough sets up in the power play. They've got 18 to shoot. Jeff Roy, dead overhand, is a little high. Too hot for Woods, but it does come out to Matthews. He's going to run to the middle. Shoots near side, off the post. Fresh 30 for Peterborough if they can get it, but it's Taguri grabbing the ball. He's running with board trailing. Oh, nice little switch over. Got to pull that one back. Good. Oh, and that's a penalty. Josh DeGurry with the check in the crease. That's goalie interference. So Peterborough is going to take a shot from the outside. You want to get to the 5-on-3. So 10 seconds of 5-on-3 here for Peterborough. And Waston's going to come right down. Not be a safety valve. Thompson gets the loose ball off the rebound. Thompson shoots. Comes straight back out to Jeffroy. He's thinking about it. Twister out to Woods. Oh, nice backdoor. Oh, not a nice backdoor pass. It was actually a hip high at Jeffroy. Good idea. Didn't quite execute it. Crease violation. Oshawa's going to get it. 6 minutes to play in the third. 17-5 Oshawa. They're shorthanded, and Board will take the pass from Thompson. Minute and a half left to go on the Peterborough power play. St. John in the corner, or just up from the corner. Splits the double team, gets to the net, scores! Short-handed against the double team, and maybe not the most vigorous checking you'd want from your defense. So it's 18-5 with the shorty for Oshawa. The loose ball still being contested off the faceoff. Jeffroy will eventually corral it. Peterborough still got a minute 7 on the power play. They're going to set things up. Little hidden ball trick. Yeah, they're on it. Board and Cloper up top. Oh, it's a goal by Matthews. Just nobody picking him up. He pretty much could just waltz down the shoulder. Coons rips another one out right along the center line. Matthews there, but Simons gets to it first. Here's Gilray. McWaters takes the handoff. Laskowitz, and we're going to have 4 righties for Oshawa. St. John, the lone lefty, isolated on Matthews. Oh, rips one from the outside, scores, and then a slashing penalty to Matthews. I think Matthews is upset because he probably got hit by the follow-through, but that's not a penalty anymore. Great rip by St. John, and Matthews is off. So it's a slashing minor to Matthews. Oshawa up 19-6, goes to the power play with 4:50 now left in the third quarter. Chance to get it up to 20 as they have possession off the faceoff. Laskowitz takes a shot from Chapman. Hard plastic on plastic, no call. Probably the right decision. Here's St. John. Gets away from him. He just swats it one-handed towards McNulty, but Bragg pounced on it, gets to Sands, going to the net. So stop Holichuk. I thought he had that top corner over the arm. Bragg working for the loose ball, but McCrory runs in and grabs it. Low pass. St. John calmly takes that off the floor. McWaters down to Gilray. Last was at the top. Gilray scores on the rebound, bounces one home. Matthews with the ball. 1-on-3, 1-on-4 with Stevenson trying to drive to the net. Gets loose, and Holichuk comes away with it. Matthews and Sear just keep running into each other behind the play. It kind of looked like one of those accidentally on purpose things, but I think they may have actually been accidental. St. John tries to drift a shot to the far corner, just missed. Peterborough comes up with a loose ball. Geddes with a head of steam. Turns to the side, a bunch of Oshawa players getting out on D. Geddes had no lane to the net. Here's Woods. Tried to pick and roll with Wasson, couldn't get the pass through. DeBrone running into the offensive zone. He'll pull up at the restraining line. That's Simons. Shoots it with 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Peterborough on the offense. Jeffroy to Woods. Little pick. There's the roll to Matthews. Just missed on the connecting on the pass. Thompson rumbles over center. Pulls up. Tries to fight on the forecheck. Zach Thompson running. He's just going to rip it. Now, that one I don't mind. You're down by 20 to 6. You need to take some chances. Strocher over center. McNulty up to St. John. Sends right out on him, and the pass across to Gilray comes back immediately. Pick by McNulty, the strip. Nice job on the slide by Lyman Beatty. And now he's going to take the outlet pass. Oh, he left the ball behind. He's got to go back and get it. It's kicked off the foot of Murrah. Comes to St. John. Passes backdoor, and Laskowitz trying to just stay out of the crease and get a little tennis racket tap home, but couldn't quite get his stick on it properly. Here's Francis, steps over center. Matthews to Jeffroy. Francis through traffic, and another save by Holochuk. Patrick McCrory. Sorry, that's Ryan. Across the board. St. John at the top, 15 to shoot for Oshawa. Laskowitz, the fifth attacker, just joining the offense. Bit of a slow change by Oshawa. Here's Gilray, twister, rebound, gets away from McFadden, but it's grabbed there by Justin Bragg. Fake the pass. Now he finds the man off the bench. Jeffroy bouncer, stopped by Holochuk. Murrah ahead to board. Backdoor. Laskowitz doesn't miss again on the backdoor attempt. That's 5? Yeah, probably 5 today. Taguri, couldn't quite get it through to Strocher. Jeff Geddes knocks it away. Laskowitz finds Strocher. It took me a second because I was a little disbelieving that's Jake Strocher up on the O, but he is. Maybe he should be up there a little more. That's a pretty nice bouncer, 5-hole. Stevenson went about halfway down towards the ball. That is enough to be a violation. So Peterborough gets it. Geddes leaves it for Woods. Here's Matthews. 4 seconds. 3. Shoots it. Save Holochuk. And it'll be 22-6 after 45 minutes. We'll take a break. We'll see you in a minute. Here we go. 15 minutes to decide a winner. Oshawa gets possession as that ball went into the Peterborough bench off the faceoff. St. John has it. 22-6, the Outlaws leading. Simons up to Laskowitz and back. 15 to shoot. I think Oshawa will be fairly patient at this point. St. John feeds it ahead to board. Bounces one home. Nice little feed by St. John and the lovely touch finish by Board. Nice clamp by Nolan on the faceoff. He doesn't take many for Oshawa, but he did a pretty good job on that one. Ball comes out to Carson Stevenson. Makes it across center. Rips a pass over to Nolan. He'll hand it off to Gilray and head to the bench. 18 to shoot for Oshawa. Pass just over the stick of Lyman Beatty, who was popping it to try and grab it. Simons with the shot. That pass is almost thrown away, but it'll go ahead to Chapman. He's got Coons trailing. Coons has scored in consecutive games. He's going to, he should stay up for offense. Woods. This is Jeffroy. Over the top, saved by Holochuk. That's going to roll the length of the floor. Fresh 30 for Peterborough. Long, low pass, grabbed by Chapman. Shovels it out front, nobody home. Gilray behind the back. That's actually going to work eventually. Getting to Clofer. Gilray just kind of flicked it around his back. Leading Clofer, who ran onto it. St. John in the corner with 4 to shoot. Flicks it up top. Geddes grabs it. Looking for the outlet. Now he's going to go for a run. Works up ahead of steam. Over center, over their straining line. Hands it off to Matthews. Sands, trailing, shoots, scores. Nice goal, Parker Sands. Lovely lob pass. (23-7). Peterborough closes the gap ever so slightly, and they get the ball back. Thompson to Francis. Battles through a check and runs into the offensive zone, pushes along the boards. Here's Scott Arsenault. How exciting would it be for him to get a goal? He's looking for a shot. It's not there. Tries to make the pass to Matthews. He had to take it off the boards. Arsenault, the young call-up. He's going to go for this loose ball. His stick is held. He loses his glove, and he'll go on the forecheck. Here's Niall Sear.
You'll get something in the middle.
Sear to the far side. Gilray. Laskowitz rips one sidearm. This is McWaters. Bragg up on him. Corkscrew check gets the ball out, but McWaters picks it back up. It's out again. Picked up again. Up to Gilray. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Benedict just got that one. And Oshawa, Peterborough comes the other way. Geddes. Matthews from the outside misses. Gets away from everybody. It was a touch by Oshawa, so there won't be an over and back. And Strocher working hard to get after it, battling with Jeffroy. But it was Peterborough that comes away with it. Nice effort by Coons to zip in there. And, the 30 was about to expire. Okay. That's why Shane Francis just going to lob that one in on Holochuk. Francis checking board. Francis loses his feet, pops back up, and gets right back on checking gauge board. Lob pass gets through. Alex Simons really likes shooting in this fourth quarter. Hit the crossbar in that one, and Peterborough's into the offensive zone. Matthews. It's a pick from Woods. It's off of Holochuk and out of play. Fresh 30. 10.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Timbermen retain possession. Shot by Thompson, stopped. Oh, Bragg was right on top of the crease with the rebound, just missed. His shot drifted over top of the crossbar. Now he's going to go with the trail check on the back check. And the Oshawa bench wanted a penalty on the big one-hand swinging rep check. Fairly valid argument, but it is 23-7, 5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Gilray watched by Bragg. Bragg pinned him along the boards for a moment. Gilray escapes, shoots. That one's off Benedict's arm. It's going to go back to Gilray. McFadden. They're going to call a loose ball violation after McFadden kind of de-helmeted Josh Gilray. Simons. St. John down through the middle. Oh, sidearm shot. Beautiful finish by John St. John under some heavy checking. Probably something that would have been called holding in a closer game. (24-7), 9:27 to go in the fourth. Peterborough possession after the face-off violation. Geddes runs in. Oh, he had Holochuk leaning, but went off the near post. Almost a beauty chance. Well, it was a beauty chance, almost a finish for Jeff Geddes. Stopped by the iron. Here's Thompson backpedaling, has Sands with him, setting a pick. Matthews couldn't catch the first time, can't catch it the second time. Sear can't pick it up. Pops loose. Scott Arsenault is going to be the first guy there. Won't be an over and back because it was played by Oshawa, but the 30 is still ticking. 10 left on it. Thompson to Matthews, has to go around referee Mike Sullivan, and then his pass doesn't get through. Board grabs it. 30, just a little buzz, and we're going the other way. Board. McCrory back to Board. Yep, it's Board. McNulty to Laskowitz. Bouncer by McNulty all the way across the floor. 6 on the shot clock. Oshawa starting to change to their defense. And McNulty just going to roll that one in the corner. Thompson changes direction, gets it to Woods. His long sidearm outside shot is wide and goes over and back. Connor Laird starts with it. Simons. Laskowitz to Simons. McWaters is with him. Simons will shoot it with about 7 on the shot clock, and it's going to bounce over to Nolan. Basically, he's just going to lob it into the far corner, and 30 will expire. Here comes Geddes. 7.5 to go. We're halfway through the fourth quarter. Geddes still with it. He almost got one earlier. He's staying up for some O. Nolan with him. Might have been thinking about the dunk, but Nolan got pretty good position. Geddes still circling. Spins, shoots. That's not close. Matthews gets it. Fights through a check, shoots. That one's stopped by Holochuk. And an audible groan from the Outlaws bench as the buzzer is sounded to get the officials' timeout with 7:07 to go. It's 24-7 Oshawa. We'll be back to wrap things up. Oshawa with possession. Gilray starts with it in his own end. Watched there by Chapman. Watched intently by Chapman as they're isolated over on this side. Now McWaters comes over. Then McWaters will take the pass. Watched by Bragg. St. John outside their straining line. Coons is on him. Gives it up quickly to McNulty. Down to 6 on the shot clock. Oshawa starts working towards the net a bit. And the pass and the goal by Board, but it was after the 30 had expired. So no goal. Very nice play. Just doesn't count. Here's Sands. Over to Matthews. Woods with a little pick. Slips through. Nice pick and roll. Oh, bouncer far side. Holochuk swallows it up. Niall Sear with a fancy little move there. Peels out, hands to Laskowitz. $10 on the shot clock. St. John with it. He'll fire one. That's going to come back out. Geddes grabs it. Shovels it ahead. It's too far for Thompson. He takes a little bump from Laird, but gets the ball. Thompson checked by... Yeah, it's Gage Board. Man, Gage Board is everywhere. Plays both ends quite effectively. Watson's pass becomes a shot. Holochuk stops as he has most things that have come his way today. Here's Board. He'll wait for his cohort. McWaters. Board cuts through. Sands on him. St. John along the boards. Chapman watching him. He'll pick from Board. Pretty good body position. Backdoor attempt by Laskowitz. Timberman running. Coons. Twister just missed far side. That's an over and back. And Oshawa will get possession. We're into the final 5 minutes. Gilray goes far side to McNulty. St. John's over along the boards with Coons watching him. Gilray shoots around the check from Matthews. Outlet pass. Here's a break off the bench. Woods. Oh, was it a save or the crossbar? Not sure. Either way, it stays out. Stevenson runs through a swat from McFadden. Gets ahead to Gilray. McNulty with Beatty on him. That may have been tipped by Matthews. Gilray goes after it. Matthews wins a battle. And it's McFadden with the ball. Woods coming off the bench. Nice pass. And the finish. Hat trick at least for Aaron Woods. Might be 4. I think it's 3. No, 3:50 to go. Peterborough pulls within 24-8. Geddes trying to track that one down, but it got it up out of play. Peterborough gets possession. The ball went off an Oshawa player. Jeff Roy. Over to Woods. Oh, Matthews took his eye off it, but he tracks it down, gets it back. There's Board playing D again. Taguri comes away with it all alone. He's on his offside looking to pass. Nobody, DeBrone didn't come with him, so he says, fine, I'll just shoot. Bounces at 5-hole. It's 25-8. Josh Taguri with the goal for Oshawa. 3:16 to play. $25-9, 2:20 to play, and Coons pulls out the face-off win. There's Woods, who's been on a bit of a tear lately. That pass gets away from Jeff Roy. He'll track it down. He's got pressure from Marat. Pops loose. Still loose. Thompson comes in and gets it, shoots. Stopped by Holochuk. Poised little play there by Josh Thompson. Let's get out of trouble in his own end. McNulty to Laskowitz. Here's McWaters. Laskowitz is just going to go to the bench, get a defender out. 3 seconds to shoot. McWaters rolls it to the corner. Jeff Geddes looks like he's staying for an offensive shift. He's worked hard today. I wouldn't be averse to seeing him get one here, but that's some good defense by Ryan Nolan. A little switch on the pick by Arsenault. Geddes with the shot, comes straight back out to him. Have another go, young man. Oof, not that one, though. That was well wide. Geddes has had a couple of really good shots and a couple of those like the last one. Here's Sear. Great effort, though. Great game, I would say, by Jeff Geddes. Not many Timbermen that really have had super strong performances today. Woods. Double team by Laird and Sear. Somehow comes away with the ball. Woods would be one of the others. 38 seconds to go. 25-9. Oshawa. Matthews. Watched by Taguri. Jump goal. Nice play. Joel Matthews channels his inner Callum Crawford and gets Peterborough into double digits. It's 25-10 with 29.6 to go. Brad can't come up with the ball, and McFadden just runs over an Outlaw player going for the Lucy. Peterborough will get it. Justin Bragg will start with it. Ahead to Chapman. Finds Matthews off the bench. See if he's got another one in him. Shovels it to Woods. Nice save. Holochuk goes straight back out to Woods. 6 seconds left. Chapman has it at center. 3. He's going to let one fly. It hits Matthews out front, and that'll do it. The final score, Oshawa Outlaws 25, Peterborough Timbermen 10. I'm Steven Stamp. This has been Arena Lacrosse League action from Children's Arena. We'll see you next time.